Welcome to Microchip's briefing. The content of the briefing includes Dutch chip company ASM to build $324 million US base in Arizona. Chinese shadow bank can't pay up. Amazon's looking to AI, third-party marketplace to grow its cloud business. NVIDIA aims to set up R&D center in Japan, says CEO. Trading platforms look to entice new investors as COVID boom fades. Dutch chip company ASM to build $324 million US base in Arizona. Bloomberg. ASM International NV, the Dutch manufacturer of chip-making gear, plans to invest $324 million in a new U.S. headquarters in Arizona. The company will create 500 new jobs in the state, on top of the 800 it already employs there. The move is part of ASM's ongoing international expansion, and is part of a push to expand its footprint around the world, despite slower growth in the chip industry. ASM will focus on hiring research and development and software engineers, although the company acknowledges that it is a competitive market for those types of employees. Chinese shadow bank can't pay up. Foreign policy. The collapse of Chinese wealth management firm Zhongxi Enterprise Group highlights the risks associated with China's shadow banking system. Zhongxi, which is insolvent and facing a criminal probe, is just one example of the many shadow banking firms in China that are likely to fail amidst the country's economic crisis. Shadow banking in China is a $3 trillion industry that includes microfinance companies, credit guarantee firms, and pawnbrokers. These institutions provide an easier flow of credit to small and medium enterprises, SMEs, which are the industry's chief borrowers. However, the rapid growth of shadow banking has led to increased risks such as fraud and corruption. Regulators have attempted to crack down on shadow banking, but this has had unintended consequences, such as making it more difficult for private sector firms to access credit and fueling a real estate bubble. Cleaning up the shadow banking system without further damaging the economy or disturbing the wealth of those in power is a challenge for Beijing. Amazon's looking to AI, third-party marketplace to grow its cloud business. Yahoo! Amazon's cloud computing unit, AWS, will focus on expanding its generative AI capabilities to drive future growth. The company is targeting customers in the public sector, which need assistance in adopting emerging technologies. Customers are expected to move to generative AI in 2024, and AWS will focus on helping them manage and protect their data. AWS will also invest in its marketplace, which allows customers to buy and access third-party software and technology. The company will simplify its fee structure and reduce its own fees to help vendors reach more customers. Trading platforms look to entice new investors as COVID boom fades. The Sydney Morning Herald. Australian online trading platforms are looking for ways to attract new users as the surge of sign-ups during the COVID-19 pandemic slows down. The number of Australians trading shares or ETFs has fallen, with many citing a lack of money to invest as the main reason. To engage young investors, platforms such as Stake and Superhero are introducing new features such as extended trading hours and enhanced superannuation offerings. Despite the overall decline, Stake has reported strong growth in the number of Gen Z investors using its platform. The Australian Securities and Investments Commission is expected to release a review into the sector soon. NVIDIA is the stock of the year. Can it last? CNN. Data from the Washington service reveals that executives and top brass at NVIDIA sold or stated their intention to sell a collective 370,000 shares of stock worth around $180 million in November. If all the shares are sold, it would be the largest insider aggregate sell-off since December 2021 and the highest monthly value of stocks sold in the company's history. The news comes at a time when there's growing speculation about whether NVIDIA can sustain its current growth trajectory, after shares in the company rose by 220% this year. While optimists point to the AI sector, which NVIDIA is heavily involved in, others are concerned that the firm's $1.2 trillion market cap means it will be difficult for it to keep growing at such a pace. A recent note by Goldman Sachs analysts gave NVIDIA a 34% upside for the next 12 months with a price target of $625 per share. A note by Piper Sandler analyst Harsh Kumar stated that the company is still trading at a discount compared to its valuation and that it's not finished with its upward trajectory. Taiwan outlines 5 critical tech fields under its protection. Nikkei Asia. Taiwan has announced that it will protect 5 critical technology fields, including defense and semiconductors. Chen Kuoliang, Director General of the National Science and Technology Council, said that Taiwan will work with other advanced countries to form a science and technology protection network among democratic countries. Futures signal further losses on Wall St ahead of jobs data. Yahoo! U.S. stock index futures were down on Tuesday, suggesting Wall Street would open lower, as investors awaited a slew of data, including the crucial jobs report, to gauge whether the Federal Reserve will cut interest rates by early next year. Big tech muscles in, the 12 months that changed Silicon Valley forever. New York Times. In November 2022, OpenAI released ChatGPT, an artificial intelligence program that quickly became a sensation. This release prompted Google's CEO, Sundar Pichai, to decide to launch a slate of AI-based products immediately. Google's top lawyer, Kent Walker, was tasked with persuading executives to move forward quickly with the products. The decision to embrace AI and turn it into profitable business ventures was made by tech giants such as Meta, Microsoft, and Google, despite concerns about safety and ethical issues. Over the course of a year, Silicon Valley was transformed as AI products became the priority. OpenAI's release of ChatGPT led to a race among tech giants to develop and release their own AI-based products. Meta reorganized around AI, while Elon Musk created his own AI company, X.AI. Microsoft accelerated its plans to incorporate AI into its products, and Google developed its own AI technology to compete with ChatGPT. Microsoft and Meta both faced setbacks and challenges with their AI products, but ultimately, the race to develop AI products became a central focus for these companies. Meanwhile, Geoffrey Hinton, one of Google's top scientists and a pioneer in AI, decided to quit his research and step away from the field. Overall, the release of ChatGPT and the subsequent race to develop AI products transformed the tech industry and shifted priorities for companies like Google, Meta, and Microsoft. Concerns about safety and ethical issues surrounding AI were temporarily set aside in the pursuit of being first and gaining a competitive advantage. The decision to embrace AI and turn it into a profitable business venture became a pivotal moment in the industry. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.